What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, rolling out in my M56 Scorpion Tier 7 American TD tank, and today I'm going to be discussing free marking this beautiful beast. You can actually get in quite close when it comes to, you know, these shots. This is kind of like the closest you can get, but you can actually do this, which is customize and then hit emblems or inscriptions, and then kind of when you leave, hit the left trigger, and there you go. Look at that, see, real close. You can do it as well with the inscriptions as well, kind of thing. You just hit B to leave, and then you hit the left trigger, so you're getting nice and close. You can really see that detail. Well, first of all, let's look at the free gun marks. Very pretty. but if you take a look at, you know, these special Scorpion emblems on the tank, you can see the other one there. Yeah, it looks really snazzy. Tank does look beautiful. It does look beautiful, I have to say. But yeah, so so that's how you're getting really tight, really close. Look, it's not close. It's not that close. You can't see that much detail. But anyhow, I have successfully free marked my M56 Scorpion. This tank was a pain in the butt to free mark. It definitely was. It 100% was. Due to the fact that this tank simply does not work on maps such as Himmelsdorf, I would say, where you were basically guaranteed a drop in your MOE percentage, which kind of sucked 100%, because, you know, Himmelsdorf comes up quite often, you know, on a regular basis, and other maps which I cannot think of off the top of my head, but these kind of, in a lightly armored TD, these maps would guarantee a drop in your MOE. So all the percentage that you kind of worked so hard to build up with each and every game would just be erased, basically, because you'd get onto a map such as Himmelsdorf in your lightly armored TD, which would fare not even average. You would just be, you would do okay, you know, for the most part. Every once in a while you'll have a fantastic game on Himmelsdorf, but for the most part this tank is not suited for maps such as Himmelsdorf or Ensk. There you go, Ensk. You can take advantage of, you know, other tanks rough housing, and you'll get a few shots in, but nah, you know, for the most part you get a drop in your MOEs. So basically each and every game, I think I was aiming for about 2,800 combined in each and every game, I think, if I recall. There's a website, I'll leave a link in the description, where you can check all this out, you know, what you should aim for. About, I think it was 2,800 combined in order to free mark this tank, which sounds easy, and on certain maps it 100% is. For instance, you know, Prokhorovka, you can sit in a bush and you can get, you know, 3-4k just in spotting damage, you know, but that's Prokhorovka, and etc. But for the most part, this tank was a pain in the butt to free mark, because in most other tanks you consistently go up, you drop a little bit, but then you consistently go up. Either you go up in leaps and bounds, or you go up little by little, but you're kind of heading in the right direction, you know, it's going up. With this tank, it was just like, it felt like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and then another step back, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, then another step back, and it was just like it's just like all the hard work that you would put into, you know, progressing the MOE, pushing up the MOE would just ultimately be ruined because with one single game on Himmelsdorf, with one single game on Ensk, with one single game on, what's the one with the symmetrical one, the town map, I can't remember, because on those maps you'd struggle just to do average, you'd struggle just to do okay. And the reason why I'm telling you guys all this is because for anybody else who's considering attempting to free mark this thing, it was seriously, it was a pain in the butt to do. I'm struggling to say it was an accomplishment to free mark this tank. I'm struggling to say I'm proud to have free marked this thing, but you can't take away from the fact that this is a great tank. You know, free marking a tank and playing a tank are kind of two different things, in my personal opinion. And I love playing this tank, although I haven't touched it since I free marked it because I've been traumatized. But you know, you're hardly ever seen in this thing, you know. And if you're playing it right, if you're playing it smart, and I know I've made a gazillion and one vids in this tank on YouTube. If you're playing this tank right, if you're playing it smart, you need to understand what is view range, what is render range, how it works, what kind of view range your opponents have, taking advantage of that, bushes, using your teammates to pump out the shots into the reds that you are spotting for them. You need to understand all of this. You know, it's a combination of things. It's not simply sitting in a bush. You need to understand when to pounce, when not to pounce, when to move, when to fire a gun, when not to fire a gun. A lot of factors, and but I can completely understand, kind of like, you know, with the Rheinmetall Borsig, a lot of people hate these type of tanks because how do you counter something that is just never seen, and etc, etc. But coming up, there's going to be gameplay of me in Prokhorovka, for instance, in the magical bush that is, you know, on the left hand side. And me myself personally, if I'm in a scout or if I'm in a medium and I'm being lit up, I'm going to the center and I'm being lit up and I do not see what's lighting me up, and I've barely crested the middle ridge line, I know there's somebody up in that bush, in the magical bush, on the one line, what is it, the 1-2 line, whatever it is, on the left hand side of the map. And I will automatically start pumping shells into those bushes to see, you know, am I gonna pen anything, blind firing. So that's how you counter, basically. But well, that's how you counter on Prokhorovka. But this tank is 100% worth it, in my personal opinion. I know, you know, the different tanks kind of cater to different players, but in my personal opinion, I love this tank. I've always loved this tank. It did receive a buff a few updates ago. I think it was in the gun traverse left to right, I think, because it I think in one of my reviews of this thing I said it, you know, it felt like the gun was lubricated with honey, and when you twisted it left and right, it just like it was like sticky, etc, etc. I think it also received a buff to the reverse speed, which is, I think, which was but yeah, it's very kind of a mopey tank kind of thing when it came to mobility, etc, etc. But it's a great tank. It really is, you know, truthfully. I love this tank. And I mean, the gun is great. Let's have a quick look. Well, when it comes to what you would call it, free marking this thing, it's like I said, you know, you just understand which maps this tank will work on, and understand which maps this tank will not work on, and you need to work more so on the maps that it doesn't work. You need to avert that catastrophe as much as humanly possible, basically. And don't let the accuracy, it doesn't feel like 0.33, if you know what I mean. It's, if you know what I mean, it kind of feels like 0.34, 0.35, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't, when the guns are kind of in this, you expect far better with 0.33. It's still a fantastic gun, it's still deadly accurate. That aim time 1.9, that's a joke, you know. The what you call it, the gun dispersion, I mean, it is 1.9, but the dispersion, you know, when your tank's moving and you're swinging your gun left to right, it's, you know, it's definitely does not feel like 1.9. The penetration is great, you know. The 219 at tier 7 is fantastic. I think average pen of a TD at tier 7, it's like I think it's like 190, 200 around there. So your penetration is fantastic. The penetration of premium rounds is 275, which is amazing. Hardly ever use it, but it is heat, you know, so there is that. So, you know, heat isn't the greatest premium ammo to have. Remember, I haven't mentioned this before, but it's important to understand not just which maps you're playing, but also the battle types, you know, when you're defending, when you're attacking. If you're attacking, is it on assault? That sucks balls, 100%. If you're defending, that's much better. Standard battle, just, you know, it's a standard battle, you know what to do. But one thing I've never mentioned before when it comes to free marking, give an advice on free marking, is team deathmatch. Is it called team deathmatch? Well, when it's, you know, last team standing, etc, etc, the 15 versus 15, one team needs to be annihilated. Team deathmatch, I'm wondering, is that how they say it in COD? But anyhow, team deathmatch is a fantastic game mode when it comes to doing your MOEs, because you can get a buttload of damage. There's no risk whatsoever of your team capping early or the enemy team capping early. You know, you simply have to annihilate the enemy team, or they have to annihilate you. So it's a great game type for getting a damage, you know, a buttload of damage in, whether you win or whether you lose. And yeah, so M56 Scorpion, it's I'll show you my setup. This was my setup: camo, binocs, and medium caliber gun rammer. I did have cola. I ran cola the whole time I was free marking this thing. It still made pretty decent silver, even with running cola. I was still doing, like, you know, 50,000-60,000 silver, I'd say, you know, around that. But keep in mind, you know, it's a tier 7, so the silver is pretty decent. You know, you're one tier below tier 8, so the silver was pretty decent. And I did see my, you know, my bank account going up and up and up, even though I was running cola, premium food consumable. But definitely a tank, you know, if you're attempting to free market, know when to walk away, know when to say, enough is enough. I'm just gonna, you know, not touch this tank for a while, leave it for a day or two, leave it for a week or two. I just kept on coming back to this tank and coming back to this tank and leaving this tank and leaving. You know, I kept on hitting. This is the first tank that I have repeatedly hit 92, 93, on one occasion 94 point, I don't know what it was, and you'll drop down to 89, 90%, and then back up again. Then you drop down, you know, and repeatedly, and it just became this kind of like, I just got used to it, you know. I didn't get frustrated, I didn't get mad, I didn't get angry. I'm sure there are plenty of players out there that that have free marked this thing, no problemo, you know, and that's just the way it works with World of Tanks. There are players out there that will just do as much as they can, watch as many videos as they can, and yet they still potato, yet they still suck, yet they still, you know. There's some that do really decent, such as myself, and there are some players that are just fantastic, and they have that, you know, that golden touch, whatever it is, and it's just like lightning in a bottle. You know, I haven't got a clue. But for me personally, I'd say, in all honesty, truth be told, I'm a very decent player. Yeah, lightning in a bottle occasionally, 100%, and usually I put it up on YouTube. I can hold my own. So if you're kind of along the lines of myself, yeah, this, and you're thinking about free marking the M56 Scorpion, yeah, it was a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt. I wish you all the luck in the world. God bless RNG, but this tank was a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt. How long have we rambled on for? 20 minutes. I have one game on Prokhorovka. Perfect demonstration of this tank. See you in a second. Okay, we are on Prokhorovka, and as you can see, 100% we are bottom tier. That doesn't mean much if you're on Prokhorovka in an M56 Scorpion on and your bottom tier. You know, it's oh joy. It's pretty much my feeling, was my feeling when I initially rolled out into this match, and I was bottom tier, very bottom tier. A lot of tier 8s, a lot of tier 9s, because what it means to me, what it means to my MOE, it means a lot of damage. You know, there's going to be a lot of assisted damage, and there's going to be a lot of actual damage. Well, not a lot, but you know, because we're only at tier 7, but it's kind of, you know, it's all relative, etc, etc. You're going to see me fighting for this bush, for this hill here, 100%, a lot, you know, to get into position. I'm going to get pounced on, well, not pounced on, I'm going to get shot at 100%, and I'm going to keep coming back, because I know the importance of this area here, the positioning here. You know, it's the 252U, you can see a bit of a lag spike there, and you know what it means. I just lost 50% of my hit points, or over 50% of my hit points. My gun is damaged, but I can fix that, I can repair that 100%. But as soon as I lose my detection, you know, I'm going to return 100%, because I understand the importance of being up here in this tiny little tank, which has fantastic, you know, camo values, and pretty much, you know, I'm the best scout for my team. I'm the best hope for my team on this side. Keep in mind, I have a lot of support behind me. So again, I'm lit up, but it doesn't deter me. Of course, 100%. In any other game, same situation, I'd be dead right now. They would have pumped a second shot into me, and I'd be dead right now. But to me, it's worth it. You know, coming back here now a third time. Yeah, to me, it's 100% worth it for the amount of assisted damage I'm gonna get, and for the intel I'm gonna provide for my team. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna come back here a fourth time. For the intel I'm gonna provide for my team, and it's not just the fact that I want to take the bush, the hill, etc., etc., I have a lot of support behind me. You know, I have 2 TDs, 3 TDs, 2 heavies, and, you know, artillery there. So this is perfect for me. The middle is, you know, there's a scout there. Not sure what he's gonna do all by himself, but the hill, you know, on the 9-0 line, 0-0 line, pretty decent. You know, they're conducting a pretty decent push. Having said that, there are 2 pieces of artillery on the opposing team, and they're both in a platoon, which is a little bit scary, I would say. Just a little bit, just a tad. So now again, you know, I'm pushing for the bush here. I'm pushing I want to move up to the bush. I want to be in the bush with my binocs activated and my camo net activated, so I can provide intel for my team, get a whole bunch of assisted damage. But I got to be careful, okay? I need to be aware of where the other 3 TDs. You can see that the whole bunch of reds are lit up around the bridge area in the back there, so that, you know, where are the TDs? At this point I was just wondering, where are the remaining TDs? Can I push up into the bush? Here we go, and there's 1 TD. Conway, oh, he did manage to get some assisted damage into him, but there are 2 other TDs out there. And where are they? And you can see the distance that he's at. I could fire my gun safely at him, easily penetrate him, but the thing is, I risk being lit up by the heavy to my left. So I do manage to get a shot off into the Conway, but I would say 100%, you know, that was a very, very risky shot. And now I'm requesting shots on this T-54 lightweight because he's a scout, he's very mobile, etc., etc. I have to be careful here, you know. As soon as I move, as soon as I turn my tank, I'm going to lose my camo values. You know, they're going to drop by 25% because my camo net will be deactivated. So it's a combination of, you know, it's a tightrope basically. Should you move? Should you not move? There's that TD, but there's, you know, there's 3 TDs in play. Where are they? Are they doing the same thing that I'm doing? And the Conway disappears. And the T-54 has snuck in, and he's going to cause quite a bit of chaos. He 100% is going to cause quite a bit of chaos. It's not my job to deal with him. I can help. My thinking is he's doing a scouting run, and he's lighting up the artillery. You can see the artillery is moving. It's running. He's most probably got lit up by the T-54 lightweight, and you can hear artillery shooting. Conway does take out a heavy tank of ours, so I decide, okay, well, you know, I need to help out here. He's coming in for a second run, the T-54 lightweight. He's playing it smart. I mean, he's doing what a scout is supposed to do. And if he does take out our artillery, you know, that's quite a boost. We have managed. King Dragon has managed to take out one of the Reds' artillery. And you look at the distance here, no problema. You know, I can pump a shot out here. My camo net is on, so I should be okay. Conway. There we go, we managed to take out the Conway. No premium ammo needed. And again, the T-54, and he gets taken out finally by the Tiger P. But I believe the Tiger P does, yeah, there we go, the Tiger P gets taken out by the enemy artillery. So that T-54 lightweight was playing it smart, 100%. He came in, he lit up this whole flank that was behind me, managed to get, you know, I lost my artillery, I think I lost the TD, lost the Tiger P, and now it's just me and a Borsig behind me, and a medium up in the north, the King Dragon. So it's 3 versus 5. T-44 from the Beard Clan. The question is, where is that Tier 9 Wheezy TD? And there's another TD missing as well. SU-122, you know, they're both of them on minuscule amount of health, so they're going to be pretty desperate, and if they're playing it smart, they're going to just be unseen for the rest of the game, 100%. I know that's my plan, 100%, because there's just 3 of us, so I need to remain invisible, unseen. What's happening here is I'm lighting up the T-44, or he's popping up and lighting himself up, you know, exposing himself to me. King Dragon is kind of moving down to the middle to assist us. Not that, you know, confident in what he can do for us. I mean, you know, it is a variation of the Type 59. It is OP in its own way, but on this map, on Prokhorovka, with 2 TDs in play and a piece of artillery, I knew, you know, our best chance was myself and the Borsig behind me. There we go. King Dragon takes him out. Nice, nice, nice. And now what I'm going to attempt to do is move up here and get behind the T-44, you know, move up all the way down into the south. This was my thinking basically, but I do get a bit of a bonus because I spot artillery. Very nice indeed. And you can see it. Pardon me. Lots of lovely foliage is masking my shots, and when it comes to the second shot, you know, my camo net kicked in, managed to take him out. No problemo. And now the Type 59 King Dragon has engaged the T-44 basically. They're swirling around each other. And I'm forced, this is very interesting, I'm forced to take a shot on the move because I need to duck into cover and not get any shots from the T-10. The T-44 manages to get a shot into me, but I managed to take him out. And I knew, you know, I was going to have to take one for the team, 100%, because I'd lose a considerable amount of hit points. And I managed to get my engine damaged. And this is going to be a struggle for me, 100%. Now, T-10, take a look at his distance. Soviet tank, view range, I was thinking, nah, if I fire my gun, I'm good to go. You know, I'm golden, no problema. But the thing is, can I pen him? That's the thing. It's a Soviet tank. Can I pen him? I managed to pen him once, but that was on the side. And it's a, like I said, it's a tightrope. Should I run away? Should I attempt to penning him another time? Because it's 2 versus 1, but my Borsig, he's on low health. He's on low health, so I decide, okay, can I just make it over this ridge, please, and I'll lure him towards my Borsig. That was my plan, basically. And I do get lit up. And in comes your shot, and he misses, he misses, he misses. So I duck behind the ridge line. Praise the Lordy. Thank you, Lordy. Thank you, RNG. But he's, yeah, my engine is damaged. I'm not getting that top speed. I'm not getting that acceleration. And he does manage to get a shot into me. And there we go. But hopefully my plan has worked. I've lured him towards the Borsig. And the Borsig with his 150 mil gun, his derp gun. Can he do it? This was my plan. Yes, sir. He takes him out. So really good demonstration of the capabilities of the M56 Scorpion. A pain in the butt to play, to free mark, but 100%, you know, a load of fun to play this tank. I pick up a measly, what is it? I mean, 4K combined damage. Nice bit of silver there. Nice tidy bit of silver. Top spot, 100%. Good to go. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this tank is a pain in the butt to free mark. It 100% is. It's a pain in the butt. But the tank itself, it's a joy to play. 100%. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos. I'll see you on the battlefield.